Jerry Jones has lost his fastball a long time ago. And I believe that Netflix documentary is a prime example what shows you what ego can do to a man and to a guy who thinks he understands the game of football and he doesn't. This was a train wreck of a trade compared to Jimmy Johnson's Herschel Walker. If this doesn't tell you any more to the point that Jimmy Johnson built that 3-time Super Bowl champion team and watching Jerry Jones get fucking fleeced by the Green Bay Packers, nothing will ever be a stronger statement. You took a player in Herschel Walker and built a dynasty. You took Michael Parsons, what many people consider a generational player, and you know what you did with it? You turned it into a fucking joke. Jerry Jones will easily go down as the worst general manager in the history of professional football. And the only reason that he was able to play in his own sandbox is because he owned the sandbox. For 30 years, that guy has driven that franchise into the toilet as an on-field football team. Sure, the team got richer and all, but at the end of the day, the fans that support the Dallas Cowboys are watching shit football for the last 30 years. The last time they were decent, Monica Lewinsky and Bill Clinton were a thing. That's the last time they were relevant. They haven't been relevant since. You trade a player like that away for 2 number ones and their late number ones to the Green Bay Packers in your conference, the NFC, and you get Dick back in return. The Ken Clark thing is good. I get it. He's a good D tackle. You're also surrendering that Mozzie Smith is the total bust that I said he would be on draft day. That guy was not a good football player at Michigan. Okay? I mean, this guy here has proven without a doubt he cannot run a football team. Jimmy Johnson today won the argument. Jimmy was the man who built the franchise. This is the guy, Jerry Jones, who destroyed the franchise. That's a shit move. Sending that guy, who is the second best edge rusher in pro football according to PFF, I have my suspicions on him against the run. But many people believe he's the second best edge. He's making $47 million a year now. This guy makes more money than Patrick fucking Mahomes. Do you know that? Patrick Mahomes, he makes more money than. Mahomes makes $45 million. This guy makes $47 million now. And that's what you got for him? The Cowboys have just been eliminated from the playoffs. I told you that their season was over last week. Packers-Eagles NFC title game. I think the Packers are now in the conversation with the Rams, the Lions, and the Eagles. And the Bucs. I think there's like 5 teams, and any one of them can make it to the NFC Championship. It's all going to be based on the injuries. Jerry Jones got shit on today. He handled it poorly. Parsons won in the end. Michael Parsons won in the end. He got his money, and he's going to go to another elite. Get this. You went from the Dallas Cowboys to the Green Bay Packers. They're going to celebrate him, and they are going to revere him. They didn't send him to a shithole. They sent him to the Green Bay Packers. He got his money, and he's going to a generational play. Dude, Green Bay is a great fan base. Cowboys haven't been relevant since Blockbuster. No shit. That incognito black curtain rooms back in the day. How you doing in the brown bag? So I'm told. Holy cow. NFL teams, the money's never the issue. If you can maneuver it around. It was the draft or the lack thereof return. You got a player who's good. Clark's a good run stopper. Okay? You could have got more for this guy. Jerry Sabone had 2 late round picks and a 30-year-old DT. That's what we just, right. That's what we just said here. Bro, you got fleeced. This is a shitty deal. For that guy, dude, it's one thing if the Titans made the move and you're picking like 1. That would have been 2 number 1 overalls. That's a different conversation. You trade him to a mid-level team or 22, 25, and when you're down in there, you're at the behest of, dude, there's no doubt they're going to take 3 first-rounders and move up to 1 to get Arch Manning next year. Remember I said that. Jerry now has the same career trajectory as Al Davis. It ended horribly. Xander, I missed the super here. Absolutely. I could have gotten way more out of them. Hey, dude, I'm telling you, you could have. Al Davis fell apart like this at the end, too. He surely did. Dude, man, this is a look. Like I said, though, if you're Eagle fans, you don't ever have to worry about the Cowboys being good for the next half a decade. I'm going to tell you flat out. Remember, mark this day down. All of you guys, you know how you want to keep receipts on things, okay? They're going to trade Dak Prescott next. Dak's next. They're going to trade his ass, and then they're going to go all in for Arch Manning. And they're going to get as many draft choices as they can. They're going to suck as bad as they can, and they're going to go get Arch Manning. And then they're going to rebuild with draft choices. They're going to trade Dak, get whatever they can for him, load up on draft choices, and then move from there. Dak to Cleveland sounds right. I blame Philly 500. He said this on your last show. Lane Johnson celebrated not to face Parsons 2 times. Dude, you just made the road to the NFC East title so much easier for the Philadelphia Eagles. And you made it easier for the Commanders, because the Commanders, I don't know what they're going to look like this year. Wow. Dak Prescott's next. They're not going to get rid of CD, because CD's going to be the guy for Arch. Wow. Dallas Cowboys have not done a good enough job in just being a football team for the last 30 years. I mean, Sills, they didn't request Edgerrin Cooper. This is really can't do anything right. Bro, that's a great take. A 30-year-old DT? He's good. Really? Wow. You could, in my opinion, Prince, you could have probably got Edgerrin Cooper and Clark if you asked for it. They're going to trade Dak next, but have to pay at least half his salary because other teams know what Jerry's doing now. Yeah. Dak Prescott will not be on the Dallas Cowboys. I think I tweeted that out. That's funny because I believe that I tweeted that out today. That I said that I said that Arch Manning will be the starting quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys in 2026. Funny, I didn't know. I didn't believe Jerry would do it. I really did not believe he'd do it. So, as we said last week, they waved the white flag. Their season's over. Remember I said they'd win 7 games? I don't know now. 5? 5 ball games? Man. This is positive for the Eagles. Absolutely. Took away the best edge rusher from our rival and significant hurt the run defense, an NFC team. Who's the DT of Green Bay? No, dude, I'm telling you, they're going to walk back a little bit on that, but I'd rather have Parsons. Brian, I'm with you, but I'd rather have Parsons on my team. Mark is livid. Can't blame him. Jerry's stupid. Man, this is insanity. Holy shit. You trade that guy away for 2 picks at the bottom of the draft in the first round. 2 first-rounders. And get this, they're not in consecutive. I mean, they're not consecutive next year in 26. It's 26 and 27, I'm assuming. Is that right? So you got 1 first-rounder next year to work with your own? Where are you going with that? Man. I mean, you got 2 picks for the guy. You basically got Nolan Smith. Or 2 chances to get Nolan Smith. You're never going to get the value back. This trade lowers the cost of us to trade for a DE now. Dude, Aiden Hutchinson is sitting there right now in Detroit because they started negotiations with Brad Holmes. Aiden Hutchinson's going to get $50 million. They just started today negotiating with Aiden Hutchinson. He's going to command $50 million. $50 million. Parsons got 47. This guy's going to get north of that. I mean, like I said, Michael Parsons makes more money than Patrick Mahomes now. That's how insane that is. Let me say this to you about the Packers. Green Bay has been hanging around the 10-win, 11-win, 9-win, hanging around that room. Well, they got better today. Let me rank the teams in the NFC right now. Going into the season, Eagles won. I'm going to go, well, wait a minute. Is Stafford healthy? Going Lions. Stafford's health is the problem. I'm going Packers. I'm going Commanders. I'm going Bucks. So my 5 teams. You got a text, Mark. He just took 4 shots. You'd rather have Parsons on the Packers to play every team except the Eagles and maybe Baltimore. Yeah, because he's not in your division. Here's my 5 teams. Eagles, Lions, Packers, Commanders. I got to put the Rams in there, not the Bucks. Those would be my 5. Because, again, I've lowered the Rams because of Stafford's health. If he's 100% healthy, that's way higher. But he's not. His back has been giving him an issue the entire training camp. Eagles, Lions, Packers, Commanders, and Rams, I got 5. Bucks are on the outside. They're 6. They can make their move. Okay? Wow. I mean, Jerry surrendered. I've never seen Jerry Jones surrender like this. Holy cow. It's the end of an era. Okay? Dallas will be picking in the top 10. They'll be picking in the top 10 with their own pick, yes. And then they'll have the additional picks. Prescott to Minnesota makes sense. Or Cleveland. Seals Micah on the Packers is bad news for Jared Goff. Yes. And also for the kid in Chicago. I got people blowing my phone up. Test Jerry Jones for dementia. Jerry's thinking about golf in January. Wow. Green Bay got better. Hey guys. Seals, are the Cowboys going to be checked on September 4th? Dude, I mean, if you're the Dallas Cowboys, let me put this out there to you. So if you're a player on that team right now, and you just traded away that player, and you traded that, what are we, 7 days out from the opener? You can't think your season's going in the right direction. I mean, what a deflating thing that is to have your owner pull the carpet out from you like that because you didn't want to get a fucking deal done. Now, I'll say this to you about Micah. I don't think his agent and him, they obviously didn't want to play there. Now, I'll say this, that soliloquy that he wrote makes me feel that he still wanted to be there and he's shocked that he's been dealt. I think Jerry had it with the agent and said, fuck this, I'm out. You're not a Cowboy guy. Okay? Well, he ain't now. Listen, I thought he was worth more. Jerry Jones didn't. And I'm not a Parsons guy. I'm not a Michael Parsons guy. Wow. Demoralizing for the players, coaches. You walk into the locker room, your entire locker room's demoralized. Completely demoralized. I mean, that would be like the Eagles trading away A.J. Brown tomorrow. We traded A.J., and you know what you got back? Future draft picks. Nobody, like if you traded A.J. and it was some Aiden Hutchinson and you went, well, you know, not what I wanted to do, but you see the value. You traded away a meal that was basically like a gift card that you get to use in Christmas. You don't get to use it now. You get to use it, you know, during the holidays. What? Demoralizing. Yes. Jimmy Johnson's laughing now because he won. This is the worst deal the Cowboys have made in 35 years of him owning the team. This is the worst deal they've ever made. This is Jerry Jones's worst deal he's ever done. Do you really believe the Cowboys are going to get another Michael Parsons back with those 2 first-round picks? Holy shit. And then you're going to gamble that Arch Manning's going to be your guy? Do you understand that they've already started signaling that they want to have Arch Manning as their quarterback? Dak knows he's next. Dak's not the future of that team. There is no future. PR's Tavern. You think Howie might make a move for Walker now that he sees the price for Parsons? Yeah, I mean, yeah. Trayvon Walker's not a 1. I'm not giving you a 1. shit 2-1s for Michael Parsons at 22. Maybe because I'm the 32nd team. It's the 32nd pick. It's one pick away from being a second rounder. Maybe I'd give you the one and say, that's it. Here's a one. Give me Trayvon Walker. That's it. I'm not giving you any of my players. I'm not giving you another pick. Here's a Trayvon Walker. Here's a number one for you. You guys don't have a number one next year. Yes, I do. Seals, they traded him in August when they could have done it earlier in the year, saving money and potentially getting more. Jerry Jones is a terrible general manager. Amen. He's dead right. You could have done this right before. How about this, Prince? You could have did this the night of the draft and got more equity in April, right? You could have made it a draft day trade and moved him in there. You probably would have got more than that. Can Lane not block Micah in a Green Bay jersey now? No, bro. Green Bay got better. What do you think, Green Bay? So, according to him, Green Bay didn't get better. Is that what you're saying? The Green Bay Packers now put themselves in a position where they're in the probably top 3 in the NFC with a shot to get to the NFC title game. I think the young GM from Jacksonville, Gladstone, wants to fleece Howie. He's making it real hard. Tavern, thank you so much. Exactly. Howie knows the price will be cheaper. Love the show, man. Love that you're here, and thank you very much for the super chat, my friend. This is the best lunch break of my life. What? Watching the demise of the Cowboys? Oh, my God. I didn't ask you guys that. If you're the Philadelphia Eagle fans right now, how much are you enjoying watching this thing? It's like watching the Titanic go under, and you're watching it sink in front of your eyes. And instead of screaming horror, you're laughing. This is fucking fire. This is fire, man. How are you not, if you're an Eagle fan, just sitting here with popcorn and beers doing this? How are you not doing that? I mean, this is the ultimate Philadelphia. Dude, I never thought I'd ever say this. You beat the Cowboys twice. You beat them twice now, and when you play them next Thursday, you beat them twice. Sills, should Howie be concerned about the Eagle defense if Dallas gets Arch Manning? Dude, Arch Manning's going to have, if he does come out, he's going to have a long way to get back on top again. And let's see how he plays against Ohio State. It all starts with winning the division. The Cowboys made it easier. I still think it's good for the Birds. It is. Absolutely it is. Dak's next. Great. That is kills the Cowboys, but also makes another NFC contender stronger. It does. Green Bay is better. I know some of you don't want to say that, but Green Bay's better now. Seals, Jerry Jones told the fans not to lose sleep over it. Well, just like the Giants, it turned out to be a nightmare. Check out Netflix, though. Bro, my phone is blowing up. Bro. Unreal. Steven just texted me. No comment again. He goes like this. Comment. Let's see here. Let me just text Jerry back or Stephen back. I got to text him back. Hang on. Thank you for responding.
What happened to the great Big Sills? I don't know what happened to Big Sills. I looked down. I'm setting up a show, by the way. I'm trying to promote it right now. 6 p.m. I'm going live with an emergency podcast, and we're going to talk about the Cowboys trading away Micah Parsons for a 30-year-old defensive tackle and 2 late-round first picks. One of the most egregious trades you'll ever see in the history of the NFL. But the funniest part about it is Jerry doesn't give a shit because Jerry doesn't let anybody tell him what to do. You know, in a weird kind of way, almost in a humiliation kink kind of way. I don't think Jerry cares at all. I think Jerry loves this type of approach. Here we go. We got Sills back. I don't know what happened to the guy. There you go. You're back.
Yeah, we had a glitch here.
By the way, no more breaks. Go right through. I'm doing an emergency podcast at 6 p.m.
Gotcha, guys. Appreciate it very much, Big Z. Guys, thank you for hanging in there. Holy cow, man. I mean, yeah, my phone has been blowing up here. So, I mean, yeah. I mean, guys, wow. Unbelievable. Did Sills say congratulations or condolences? Thank you. Hey, man. I mean, right? So let me do this here, man. Guys, hit the like button, please. We appreciate you guys. Sills, Jerry Jones thought he had the right formula and trade to the NFC North for picks, but he forgot the man who put it together was Jimmy Johnson in the end. That's right. Okay? I mean, that is exactly right. You know what? Yes, I'm going to ask Coach Johnson to come on tomorrow and see what he thinks of it. How about that, guys? Micah can't freaking cover. There's no secret to beating Micah. It's called 26 straight at him. I agree with that. I think he's suspect against the run. I do. Breaking news, Cowboys trade NT Mozzie Smith to the Tennessee Titans for a full body rub. Jakeem. I don't know if they'd get that for him, dude. He's not very good. I can't believe he did it. I'm a bit behind. Did Sileo say Micah's agent gets 10%? Somewhere between 5 and 10. Dude's agent gets 3.5. Not shot. Micah's agent's got 10%. He would get 3. I don't know what you're talking about, dude. If he of that contract, whatever that contract is, he got $18 million. You having Jerry Jones on tomorrow? No, not Jerry. We can get Steven, but I doubt they're going to want to talk right now. Michael Irvin, too. Well, dude, it's Cowboy week next week. I know this. We already got these guys scheduled. I'm not going to go back and move them up. They're going to be coming on next week. You not want them on week of the Cowboy game? Or what? We're going to put them on the week of the Cowboy game. I'm late, but damn, Green Bay got him. Green Bay got him. Dallas got nothing. They got totally nothing. I bet the back will be just fine next week. Of course it is. Love it. Can't wait to hear Jimmy, what he has to say. Well, look, Jimmy said it already at the Arkansas Touchdown Club. They sent me some of the audio to it. And Jimmy said it was a Netflix documentary for Jerry Jones. Daleks got screwed harder. Yeah, there you go. There's your girl. Hey, Leon, they did. Cowboys got fleeced. Sorry. 2-1s are not going to. Dude, how about this? Would you guys trade Jalen Carter for 2-1s? Would you? Would you trade Jalen Carter for 2-1s? How many people in here would trade Jalen Carter for 2-1s? Would you trade Jordan Mailata for 2-1s? No. I wouldn't trade any of those guys for 2-1s. 2 first-round picks? Now, that's a good point, NS. Now, maybe 2 number 1 overalls. Yeah. 2, how about this? 2 picks at 22? Would you trade Jalen Carter? No wonder Stephen Jones didn't want to comment. Made sense. I guess Jerry's taking the paternity test now. He sure is, man. Did your smoke something strong on that short break? No? Just my temper. Dallas was tanking even before the shit show move. I agree with you. I thought their season was over last week. I still think that for him. I do. He's 10 times better than him. Dude, Garrett's the best player in the league. Parsons is not. I love Carter. He could be one of the greats. Would you ever Yale trade Jalen Carter for 2 number 1s at 22? No way. No way would I do that. I would never even entertain that. Okay? 4 years, 188. Well, think of this. The agent gets 10%, he gets $18 million of that. Okay? It's $18 million. Half of that, dude makes 9, right? If it's 5%. And I'm thinking it's probably somewhere between 5 and 8. Magula to get down in Houston as agent. Okay? Wow. I love when teams pay players because they don't have any money left to compete with us. Look how Howie has stacked the Eagles with so much unproven talent. I don't know if that's a great thing on the defensive side of the ball, but I'd rather have the Eagle problems than the Cowboy problems, but in tenfold. Sills, they will play against each other on September 28th during prime time Sunday night football. Wow. That is going to be – but then the Cowboys by then, September 28th, I mean, the Cowboys may have 2 wins on the board then. They're going to need it. Cowboys are just not going to be good this year. Who the Packers going to give up to make a roster spot for Parsons? I don't care. Pick one. Dude, you just traded a guy and you're going to pay him $47 million. Who cares? In Dallas, too? Wow. Parsons, oh my God. So he pulls a Brett Favre off, and the guy has 5 sacks in the game. Okay, they changed the rule then. Seals agents' commission on NFL contracts is capped at 3%. Okay, I didn't know that. That's a new, during my time, they updated this. Okay, I didn't know that. While commissions from endorsement deals are unregulated and typically range between 10 and 20. Okay. Hey, Slagger, thank you. So they've changed the rule, but during my time, it was anywhere between 5 and 10%. That's a new collectively bargain deal, which is great. Agents back in the day used to hijack most of those contracts. So that's great. I didn't know that. That's good info right there, Slagger, like Gail said. Thank you. I didn't know that. says, how about this? The Packers beat the Cowboys and get Jordan Love paid and now give up Micah. Bro. So they hired Mike McCarthy. They bring him down. That didn't work. Now they send Michael Parsons to Green Bay. And that could put Green Bay in the NFC Championship game. I'm with you, dude. What happened to that guy? I think that guy's hiding under Mark Holmes' house right now. State income tax, no sales tax. I think Wisconsin's the same, isn't it? Bro, I can't believe it. I loved how we talked about, potentially trading for Parsons and what it would look like because, again, Xander said it's irrelevant. I don't think it is now. I think that conversation now does this. Well, if there's a guy like you're talking with Trayvon Walker, now you know he's cheaper. Okay? Now I know he's cheaper. Right? Okay. So we're going to get out of here. Xander's going live. And yeah, it's 58. So guys, the fallout's going to be a lot tomorrow as well.